It's always a joy to have you come into my channel and listen to what I have to share. And today I continue the journey of talking with Martin and Petronilla, and we hear how they have walked the journey of rebuilding their marriage after a period where they struggled with cheating within their relationship. At what point now in your journey was everything on the table?
It started when I realized what I'm doing is selfish. What you're doing, sometimes it's not my life, my choice. The choices you make are really hurt other people. They can build or break another person, and you are not an island. We are interdependent. So when I realized that what I'm doing, it's not only hurting me and also hurting my destiny, delaying, because music wise, you see, I was really doing well, but I lost focus. So, and then again seeing that also what I'm doing is really hurting my wife. So the journey started by now telling my wife, I realized I really need to come up clean and open up and be an open book. And one of the things that amazed me is when she said, I better stay with someone who is ready to change and who can see his mistake and decide to change, rather than say with someone who doesn't. I really don't know.
This was a real test to your marriage. And I wonder for you, Petronilla, how did you know that Martin has disclosed everything?
Having that courage of coming out and taking the risks, knowing how much he values family, that told me anyway, this is everything that I need to know. Now, at any point, did you think that since he has cheated on you, even you are gonna cheat and let him feel the pain you're feeling? Not really cheating, but I used to tell myself, wacha nikatiwe. It's not like, and I used to tell him verbally, but me, I know I cannot stand any. If this one I had trusted with even my body and my life as well, can do this. I had another one. I was like, but I used to tell him just to get back at him.
That ukikatiwa
naingia box na nisong, and I will do it openly. What I am a feature, ndio anasema.
Let me ask you, Martin. Because one of the things that we know is an issue of compatibility for couples is values. Now for you, what would have happened if your wife had decided also to do the same thing? How do you think that would have affected you?
It did not come across my mind that she can do something like that. But there was a time I was asked, I think even in the counseling you asked me the same thing, that would you want her to do what you're doing? That one made me so uncomfortable. What if she does the same thing? How would you treat her? Sijui mimi kama ningemu accept back. But when she decided to stick with me, that there was a change of the way I'm supposed to view things. And to see love can actually pierce through so many things.
You have shared about equity. You see, equity in marriage. If you expect from me this, then you should be willing to give it to me. So it cannot be that you stay over there and do the right thing, while me I go and do the wrong thing, and when I come you should accept me. You see, so that is usually, it's a very warped way of addictive people who are in addiction. They don't see it that way, because for an addicted mind, they are not thinking that they are not thinking about you when they are doing it. They are really thinking about their own self, what they want. And so empathy is not there, you know, because until now God started working in your heart and through the counsel that you are getting from your pastors and all that, they made you really develop empathy for her. And that is where your change started, because now you started realizing your behavior not only is affecting you, but it also affecting the woman that you love and the mother of your children and your generations and your destiny as well, like you have said. Now, so tell us, Petronilla, from your perspective, this journey now of rebuilding this marriage, what did you have to do?
I allowed now the people that I had seen had the best interest at heart for our marriage. I started by inviting the right people and allowing the right people to speak to us. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What about you?
When we started counseling, there are things that were very clear that you need to separate issues and the two of you. The issue there, and then you sit and then you look at that issue. That was so practical for me, and we started looking at that issue, and we would sit down and say, how are you looking at it? But her with a bit of, she's a very forthright woman. She would really tell me, okay, because now nimetulia, now she would authoritatively demand and tell me, Martin, nataka kujua password, block so and so and so, and would actually go through. So I would really allow her. I would accept her demands, that this is her desire.
Yeah.
So it's like a law. I really need to submit.
Yes.
You see, her well-being was actually my focus.
Okay.
My
And
focus.
so you allowed her to influence you.
To influence and to help
na
me.
kichwa kubwa hivi.
Yeah, I allowed her to be my, let me say, the better word here to use is accountability partner when it comes to dealing with other women and the struggle that I'm going through. So I started sharing honestly and sincerely. Share, and sometimes I'm surprised we've grown. Sometimes anaona mdema ambia ile ni type yako.
Anakuambia.
So na jamaa sema aki, this lady sometimes naenda through my phone tukiwa pamoja aniambia si ni wale mademu natakaga. So because I opened that door.
Yes.
So what I would encourage people is open the door for your partner to explore your life and also have some say.
Yeah.
Don't become rigid. Unaona, ukikuwa rigid uta break your marriage for no reason. If it is the priority, then give it your all. Sometimes people have misplaced priority. I think for me, niliona priority na desire yangu na vision ni family. So I have to sacrifice. So I said I'm gonna be different because of the kind of marriage I want. I want to be a good father. A good father comes with a cost. I want to be a good husband. It comes with a cost. So I decided to really start doing that and also to win her confidence. I remember I told her, please render trust. Just render trust.
Which was a tall order.
Just render. Nipatie chance nipatie chance na nifikirie. I would continue even today. I keep on pleading to her because she's also healing. And it is taking long. Sometimes it hurts me because unapata the things I do sometimes zinamtrigger. So it has been a journey.
Okay. So tell us, wakati unaangalia mdemu, unaangalia picha, unasema hawa ndio watu, what is the context of that emotionally? Where are you?
No,
Ama it's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. And again, napima nione.
Okay.
It's a joke. And by also najipima nione kweli, have I healed or have I grown? Have I made any progress? Not to push him to them or to mock him or something.
Okay. So, and this is part of your openness. Couples can be able to actually normalize what you have been fighting about, so it doesn't become an issue all the time. I'm triggered, even sharing, you know, to be able to share, and even for you to be able to look at her now ameona and have a conversation about what you're feeling about that. Now, can you share with us some of the boundaries you have put in place to affair-proof your marriage now, moving forward?
My effort every day are geared towards the kind of marriage I want to see and her emotional well-being, you know. So some of the boundary is I stopped watching pornography completely.
Great.
So anything that would suggest that I would really avoid. Najua nikienda hapo kuacha ndakuwa najidanganya. I've realized it's a lie. Even when I start a conversation with someone, naonanga mali inaenda. So I stop completely. And if she demands, another day she told me, there is a lady by the name Desmond. This name, watu jibandika majina, niambia block this person. So yeye uonea mbali, and then she knows how to detect. When your life is open, she's able to tell you huyo hapana. Na by then later unakam ku understand where this lady had some intention, right? Niambia huyo mdema hapana. And also I have replaced the things I used to do with others, like reading books.
And that's a process. It's what we call cognitive reconstruction. And then the behavior modification follows, because you know your brain stores everything that you keep repeating, and it stays in your subconscious. And once you cannot erase it, you can only replace it. And the more now you start a new behavior in a nini kama vile tunaonanga path. You know, once you stop walking, unakumbuka nikikwambia hivyo, you
need to create some new path in your brain.
Absolutely. So what about for you? What do you think are some boundaries that have been very important to be, so that you guys can work on rebuilding the trust in the marriage?
It's, as he has said, it's being open.
Yeah.
You know, I do not want also to act like sikati yangu, you know. But I also try to lay the idea, I mean to sell the idea to him. This person is not a business partner, is not family, is not person you when you look at them that you can be engaged with in a decent way. So why do we have to keep on having a conversation? Me, I have a list of almost 100 people that I see you cannot inbox me and tell me, hi sexy. I mean, how do you know my sexiness? Obviously, I know if I say hi, what will follow.
Absolutely.
So we stop at hi sexy, block, and move on. And I have seen him put effort in that. And when he feels, hey, huyu mdema anataka kunishika, he comes to me and tells me now, hey, huyu tulikuwa tumeanza lakini vile naona. We talk about it, and it's an environment I've created. You have to have a conducive environment for your partner, for them also to feel safe to share, for them not to feel judged, for them not to feel like to have fear while talking to you, because by him making a step of even confessing to me, nimepewa class ingine ya juu sana, because that means he really wants this to work, and at least he has not gone to other people, he's come to me, being the person who's been dealing with all this, being the person that we will walk this life together.
Absolutely. And you have said something very important, and it's the idea of creating a conducive environment for your spouse to come to you and be able to be vulnerable with you. And once you do that, then there is safety in the relationship. And once there is safety, there is no need for hiding. And so that, because he's still human, he still have a heart.
The fact that he involves me in those things he has also trusted me as
Yeah.
a helper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of it that way, that this is the helpmate fit for you?
Yeah, but now it's becoming even more broader.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's supposed to help me,
Yes.
then I should allow her. So
Yes. Yeah, so that you don't begin to create ideas in your head that she's trying to manage your life and control it.
Another thing is speaking out. Because I'd tell him, block him, say, I think I'd have said, I want us to get out of this together.
Yeah.
Let it not be about him, criminalizing him,
Yes.
and making him feel like the devil himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, after understanding what he's going through and being a believer, I think God has given us more wisdom, and it is good to pray for it every day.
Yeah.
For God to guide us well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And especially understanding that that addictive behaviors, they are rooted in things that we are not even aware. They are deep seated needs that are also connected to trauma, childhood trauma, that we don't realize that's why people act the way they do. How do you daily take care of the relationship?
He keeps on asking me, unafilaje? Where are we at? Any changes? How are you seeing me? And those things make us get together, thinking, brainstorming, tunahata wapi. Yeah.
So you've really taken this thing of walking together literally.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you? What other things do you think you are creating within the relationship, keeping the marriage walking together like that?
Oftentimes we deliberately and intentionally pray together. Just pray for our marriage. After talking, we talk. The moment I am from work, she would come, say, how was your day, and all that, would share. And also, one of the things that contribute to cheating is it's idle. And then when you give much time for leisure, it creates an opening. So for me, I decided whether my wife is angry or not, I'll go home. So me saa tisa, saa saba, now if I don't have anything to do, I'm at home with my wife. So that is what I deliberately decided to do. Let me stay. Even during, I'm not saying that every day it's a darling day and all that, but we are always together. Hata kama tumekasirikiana, we are always together.
Good. And so that is a really big lesson for young couples like yourselves, to be able to create that friendship and that mutuality with each other. Now that you are working together and obviously working on this marriage, creating the trust and continually becoming one. Are you triggered? Are there times when you get triggered?
Yes, there are times when I get triggered. And those are the times when maybe I've had a bad day. He comes home, sanitizes, locks himself in the bedroom. Then I'm left thinking, umekuwa na nani? We've not been together the whole day. Which other lady? Like it, because that's what he used to do then.
Can you tell when she is agitated?
You know, she doesn't fake. She one of the strengths that my wife has, she deals with that thing there. Normally when such situation it's on board, I normally go down. Namsikiza, then if there is a proof, nampatia proof, namreassure. You keep on, you see, if you cheated and that person have chosen to be with you, one of the things they will be remembering, and sometimes they may say something when they are angry. You must be ready to accommodate also that. But accommodate in a way that it's not really taking a toll on you.
Yes.
It's understanding that this is part of your, not to make you guilty,
Yeah.
but also she's healing. Yeah, and understanding this is part of what really you did. So I'm able to accommodate all that and cool down and reassure
Yeah.
her, I am still the person. Please, please, please don't think that way. Nini.
Wonderful, wonderful. So accountability is big. It sounds like
It's very
accountability, is really huge in your relationship. Now, I want to share something as we continue with the conversation, so that people understand. There are 5 things that you need in your relationship, and number 1 is kindness. You know, treat the other person as you like to be treated. Compassion, that when you see that person hurting, you want to be compassionate. And compassion is different from sympathy. In that compassion goes a step further. Oh yeah, I feel sorry for you, but what can I do for you? You know, so you make compassion is about acknowledging the hurt that person is going through and making the choice to make their life better. You know, by the time we finish this conversation, I'll have, you know, made your life a little better. And then we have empathy. Empathy is walking in the shoes of that person. How do you do that? Is what you have said you do. You recognize your wife is not happy. You go and you listen. You don't go and defend or explain away or even tell her what's wrong with you. Why are you coming here and taking us into this emotional space? But empathy is being able to focus on the other person and their pain becomes yours, and you take time to actively listen and be able to let them know nimekuget. Nimeshika. I hear you. So at that point, I'm not concerned about me. I am concerned about you. And then the 4th thing is mutuality. Whatever it is, mutual respect. Whatever it is that I am telling you I need from you, you are also willing to give. And that mutuality, equity, those are the things that really, really make a marriage. People develop a good relationship. This goodwill, eventually, that's the other thing. Goodwill is created through that. Now, the other thing I want to say is that for you guys, as you continue to grow in your relationship with each other, to develop and to keep and maintain the trust. Those 3 things that we talked about earlier: transparency, openness, and accountability. Very important. When you are transparent and you are open to your partner, accountability is not hard. You see, it just goes, it just follows. And then the other thing that you guys want to do is to remember that marital love, long-term marital love, is called the agape. It is what 1 Corinthians 13 talks about. And it's a powerful scripture. Powerful. When you think about I love, when people say, oh, I love her, it's about being kind. Love does not, you know, hold on to grudges. It believes all things. It all that stuff. Hope, faith, all that stuff. And I always tell couples that in order for you to maintain marital love, you want to do that. Right? And then the other thing is the interest in the other person, celebrating them, you know, when you add all of that, it really helps to solidify what that relationship is gonna be. Now, there is one last thing that I want to share with you guys as you continue your journey together. You know, the way we have a bank account. Did you know we have a love account also? That we call it a love bank. And a love bank, you have to put, if you want anything from that bank, you've got to do what? To put in. And so understanding each other, whatever makes the other part. And by the way, in marital love, you don't need big things. It's not Dubai and Seychelles that is going to fill the love bank. It's the little things of, you wake up in the morning, you look that person in the eye and you say, darling, how did you sleep? That you have just started the day by doing what? Depositing into their love bank. And then the small things like, I know my wife is tired today. She has already told me how she's feeling. I go home because I don't have much to do. And I go and I do the thing that she normally does. So that when she comes home, she does what? She just relaxes, and she can find that I have done this and that. The thing, you know, that your husband is going early tomorrow morning, he's meeting a client, and an important one, that you take the opportunity to wake up early and prepare breakfast for him, and just let him feel like, okay, I'm starting your day on a high, so that when you go there you have confidence. Those little things are the things that really put into the love bank. Last thing, there is something we call love maps, and love maps is what you said, that you ask her, how are you feeling? How are you seeing me? How did I do today? Those are the pictures you have in your mind about your spouse. So you guys have gone through a time that it has been hard. So you know how we do. We begin to create these perceptions, assumptions, and pictures about people. All men are dogs. All men cheat, all that kind of, if a cheater, always a cheater, you know. So we need, as we continue on with our marriage journey, to keep changing those schemas in our brain. And you change the picture you have about your spouse on a daily basis. You are asking yourself, and you are asking God to give you the ability to see them the way God sees them. See them for their soul, who they really are. And that is what I think I have heard you say over and over again. One of the things that helped you to stay and fight for this marriage with Martin is because you started seeing the real him. Rather than the sin. So I wanted to just share those things for also the benefit of those who are watching us, that those are the things we need to create in our relationships for them to be meaningful. So what is your parting shots?
To the men out there, I know there are temptations. Just be open enough. It will take grace, it will take God, but be open enough for you to get help if you really want your marriage to work. Be open enough, especially to your wife.
To the ladies outside there, and I know you are watching us, this is my advice. Be that grace. You are the help of your husband. I know ladies, sometimes they focus and fight their husband, and you fight the wrong person. Get a marriage or a relationship therapist or a counselor to give you a broader picture of what you're dealing with.
So this has been wonderful, and I thank Mr. and Mrs. Minor for coming in, for sharing their story, and I know they have touched you as you have watched it. So reach out to me, and I will be glad to work with you. You have a struggling marriage, you want to work on it, and especially I want to encourage men to understand you are the leader of that home. Show some leadership. That's what this gentleman did. So until I see you next time, subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us comments on what is helpful or any topics you would like for us to look at. We will be glad to do that. Until next time, live by design, and God bless you.